Hi, Cindy. We tried running the units in parallel, running 4 units in parallel. We bypassed number 4 because it was failing. It was rebooting and doing all kinds of stuff. So we went to number 5 with longer cables. We run number 5 and it failed. And then we went to number 6 and it failed too. It miserably, failed. All the units, they were rebooting several times. So we just decided to put the extra work and we rewire everything. So now we have extensions all over the place here. But we're running 2 units in parallel. So we're running 3 sets. This is set number 3, 2 units in parallel, 12,000 watts. This is number 3 and number 4 is another 12,000 watts and running in parallel. And this is number 1 and number 2 is also 2 units running in parallel. These two units, they're going straight to the main house, okay? That's number 1 and number 2. They're going to the main house. The next 2 units here, they're running to the pool equipment. So those 2 units are running to the pool equipment. And the last 2 units, they're running my kids' party room and a little guest house that my son is using. So anyway, that's what we have right now. Okay, and if everything goes well, like it did the first time that we ran 2, they should be able to run 24/7. But every time that we go to the third one, that's when the problems start. But like I said, when we were running 3 units, it rebooted twice. Once after we finished the installation, the setting up everything parallel, and then once that was just like 30 minutes later, boom, we rebooted, and then probably about another 30 minutes later, or actually no, it was after we finished it. Now I remember now. It was after we finished the installation. It was one night, but then in the morning it rebooted twice, like 30 minutes apart or something like that. And then after that, we kept the units running, and they were able to run for about 48 hours without any problems. That was 3 units, and that was number 1, number 2, and number 3. Those 3 units were able to run, like I said, 48 hours without a problem. It was just a problem one morning, like I said, and it rebooted twice after adding number 3. So we figured, okay, now we're able to run these units, 24/7. Then when we added number 4, it was just too many problems. So that's when we came out with the idea, like I mentioned to you before, of running longer cables. And we bypassed number 4 and we run number 5, and it was just giving us too many problems. And we had long enough cables to bypass number 5, and we used number 6, and it was the same thing, too many problems. So anyway, we just decided to put the extra work, and we already have 2 units, like I said, running the house, 2 units running the pool, and 2 units running my kids' party room and their stuff, So all the units are working, and they're just working in parallel, but it's gonna be 2 in parallel, 2 in parallel, and 2 in parallel. So there's a total of 36,000 watts, but it's a split 3 ways. So that's 12, 12, and 12, okay? And as you can see here, like this one here, the cables here that are connected here, okay? They only go to 2 inverters, and there's a parallel connection, and there's this cable going here to this breaker box. And then the other 2, they're connected to another junction box here, and then from there it goes to this breaker box here, okay? And then the next one goes to the 2 inverters here. They go to this connection here, this one here, and it goes to an extension, then it goes to another saw panel, okay? That one there goes to another saw panel. So everything's connected to the breakers and everything, and grounded properly and everything. And also, like the inverters here, we have them connected to ground too, okay? So, I mean, it's a mess right now because all this wiring and retesting and all that stuff that we're doing, we're not able to finish clean up all this. I mean, but all the cabling is done right. We just need to probably, like I was saying before, like instead of having 3 cables or 4 cables looking like this, we need to have something inside a conduit or inside a pipe or something, to make it look better. But, I mean, like this one here, from here, you can see that all the wires here split. From here is going through a Romex, it's a Romex cable. And that's going to that box. But anyway, all these connections are temporary. The idea is to be able to run all the units in parallel. But we put so much effort into this, and we're not able to do it. I mean, right now, we're trying this. Just 3 sets in parallel, 3 sets of 2 units, okay, and see how it works. But I mean, it's just too many problems. Like I said, I had to. I already ordered the part of one of my power sources, main boards, whatever, for my television, and the other 2 televisions that are exactly the same as those units. Now they're not able to read the power sticks. Okay, these are 85-inch televisions. I mean, they're not that much. They're probably $1,500 now that they're on sale or whatever, $1,500 each. But we're talking about 3 televisions. If I was gonna have to replace them, it's probably about good over $4,000. By the time we pay tax, it's $5,000 there. So it is expensive, But the good thing about it is I can fix them. I can order the parts and fix them, but I'm still gonna be looking at over $300. Over $300, Over $350 real easy. Probably about $360 just in parts. And we can do the labor. I can do the labor with my kids, But it's just crazy. It's just getting too expensive, to be doing this. So right now, during this heat wave, we're gonna try to manage with this. I mean, my kids are not too happy about it because they need to be careful, not to use their microwaves at the same time, or if they want to use, let's say, a rice cooker and a microwave, and some of the other stuff, it might get overloaded. So we need to manage during this heat wave, to be able to finish, and after all this is done, when it gets a little bit, temperature gets better, whatever, then we're gonna go back to running 3 and 3 units, okay? But I mean, that is if they don't fail the way they're working right now, sets of 2, then we're gonna go back to 3 and 3. We're gonna split it. We're gonna have 3 units running in parallel and 3 more units running in parallel. And if one of the 2 fails, if they fail right now, we know where the problem's gonna be. Okay? Like I said, these first 2 units, they never had a problem when they were working in parallel. The other 2, we never tried them in parallel as 2 units, and the same for the other ones. So we're trying all of them in parallel. Okay? Well, thank you. And I can upload this video and share with you guys. Okay? Thank you. Take care. Bye.